Hello, welcome to BioGrade's TV. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss our next video. Biography of António Agostinho Neto. António Agostinho Neto was a poet and Angolan politician who served as the first president of Angola from 1975 to 1979 after he championed the war for independence through the People's Movement for the Liberation of Angola (MPLA) from 1961 to 1974. He also led the MPLA in the civil war that lasted from 1975 to 2002. His nationalist activities during his lifetime makes Angolans celebrate his birthday to date as National Heroes Day. Neto was born on the 17th of September 1922 at Ikolo Ebengo, Bengo Province, Angola. His parents were school teachers, and his father, Agostinho Neto, was also a Methodist pastor. He began his education in Luanda, the country's capital. After his secondary education, he worked in the Colonial Health Service. After a while, he left Angola for Portugal, where he studied medicine at the universities of Coimbra and Lisbon. During his undergraduate years, he secretly participated in revolutionary political activities. That led to his arrest in 1951 when the security police force of the Estado Novo regime headed by Portuguese Prime Minister Salazar arrested and detained him for 3 months because he was involved in separatist activism. He was arrested again in 1952 for joining the Portuguese Movement for Democratic Youth Unity. One would have thought that the student activist would learn from both arrest and desist from the act, but determined Neto didn't, as he got arrested again in 1955 and was confined for 2 years. He completed his studies and married 23-year-old Maria Eugenia da Silva, a Portuguese lady born in Trás-os-Montes. They wedded on the day he graduated. The Angolan Communist Party (PCA) fused with the Party of the United Struggle for Africans in Angola (PLUA) to form the Popular Movement for the Liberation of Angola, with Viriato da Cruz, the president of the PCA, as Secretary General and Neto as President. Neto returned to Angola in 1959, and the Portuguese authorities in Angola arrested him on the 8th of June 1960. His supporters went on a protest from Bengo to Katete for his release, but that didn't go well, as Portuguese soldiers shot at them, killing 30 and getting 200 badly injured. To date, that act of brutality is remembered as the massacre of Ikolo Ebengo. Shortly after the bloodbath, the Portuguese government exiled Neto to Cape Verde, then imprisoned him in Lisbon. This led to international protest against Salazar's administration. Then Neto was eventually released and put under house arrest. He escaped to Morocco and then to Congo Leopoldville. Neto visited Washington, D.C. in 1962 and asked John Kennedy's administration to support him in his war against Portugal. The U.S. government turned him down because of its oil interest in colonial Angola. In 1965, Neto met Che Guevara, an Argentine Marxist revolutionary who led the Cuban Revolution. It was Che Guevara who got Cuba to support Neto. After relentless efforts by Neto and some others, Angola finally gained independence on the 11th of November 1975 and Neto became the country's president. He established a one-party state and his government ensured close links with the Soviet Union, as well as other nations in the Eastern Bloc and other communist states, particularly Cuba. Neto actively wrote poems from 1946 to 1960. He published 3 books on poetry, and many of his poems were nationally celebrated. His popular poem, Sacred Hope, was published in 1974. His poetic prowess got him the Lotus Prize from the Conference of Afro-Asian Writers. The late Chinua Achebe, a celebrated Nigerian writer, wrote a poem, Agostinho Neto, in his honor. The Soviet Union awarded him the Lenin Peace Prize for 1975 to 1976. Also, a public university in Luanda, the Agostinho Neto University, is named after him. Furthermore, there's a hospital in Cape Verde named after him in honor of the great work he did there as a doctor. There's also Agostinho Neto Airport in Santo Antão, Cape Verde, named after him for the same purpose. That's not all, as there's a monument dedicated to him and a street in New Belgrade, Serbia, named after him. He remains a celebrated hero. Neto had struggled with cancer of the pancreas and chronic hepatitis for a long time. He often visited the Soviet Union for treatment. Not many people knew he suffered the condition because he kept it secret. While he still served as Angolan president, he died on the 10th of September 1979 in Moscow after surgeries for cancer and hepatitis. José Eduardo dos Santos succeeded him as president. What have we missed out of this biography of Neto? Let's know in the comment section. Will it be ridiculous to subscribe to our channel? If no, please like this video, share, and subscribe to our channel.